Hey guys, welcome back for another flow. Today we're going to be focusing on the shoulders, strengthening them and opening them up. These parts of our body, every nerve that comes to our arms has to go through our shoulders, so they hold a lot of tension. We're also in yoga a lot using them, especially if you want to get into some more challenging postures. We need to have really strong, stable is most important shoulders. So that's what we're going to be working on today. But as always, we'll start off in a comfortable seat, eyes closed down. Start to move the breath gently. Ujjayi if you know it, if not, just through the nose down into the belly. Notice the pace at which it's moving in and out, and if you can, try and slow it down. Really gently start to drop right ear to right shoulder. Maybe you take the left fingertips away, lengthening through the left side of the neck. Just 2 more breaths here. Gently back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Right fingertips to the other side. Back towards center. Start to bring hands onto the ground. Now, a lot of the times when we're especially strengthening through our shoulders, it comes from shapes that we make with our hands on the earth. So we want to make sure that our hands are really active to warm up through the forearms. So make sure you're squeezing the mat. Going to move into some just wrist push-ups. So slowly start to lift the heel of your hand off the earth. Your thumbs will come off as well. And then as you breathe out, slowly lower down. Lift up again, breathe in. Lower down, breathe out. Just one more like this. Move really, really slowly. Good. And start to turn your hands around. So your fingers are facing back. Thumbs facing towards the outside. From here, just shifting the weight backwards and forwards. Stretching, lengthening through your forearm. Just one more breath like this. Back towards neutral. Just a few cat-cows. We'll take 3. So drop the belly. Start to lift the gaze as you breathe in. Tuck it underneath. Push the earth away as you breathe. Drop the belly. Extend through the spine. Inhale. Keep those hands gripping the earth. Round over. Breathe out. One more. Move slowly. Use the whole breath. Use the whole spine. And keeping that engagement through the hands, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So we'll work from the hands towards the feet here. Keep them grounded, push the earth away. Think about taking the eyes of your elbows, that's the inside part of your elbows, forward. Trying to get them in line with your index finger. Keep pushing the ground away. Extending up and out of your shoulders, so there's this long line from your wrists all the way through your sitting bones. Keep them spinning up. You can pedal through your legs if you need to, especially this is early in the morning or you haven't done much movement today. Eventually find some stillness. Keep that same checklist with the strength in the upper half. From here, start to walk your hands towards your feet. Land in a ragdoll forward fold. Head and shoulders hang heavy. Let this length naturally come in to the lower half. There's no effort here. Slowly start to rise up. Take a breath in. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders back. Urdhva as you breathe in, lengthen through the side bodies, then fold over as you breathe out. Come to a halfway lift. Crown of your head away from your sitting bones, and walk your hands back out. Land in a high plank. Now this is going to be a shape I want to bring your attention to, but we're not going to be here for too long because we're going to be moving through here a fair few times in this class. So I don't want to wear you out. So think about pushing the earth away, creating that space in between your shoulder blades, then opening up your collarbones, tucking your tailbone under. This long straight line, start to shift the weight forward, drop the knees, lower down through Chaturanga. As you breathe out. Going to come straight into up dog today. So keep the core on, engage the legs, start to push up. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Alright, we're going to move straight into our flow. Take an exhale in your downward facing dog. Starting from the hips, begin to ripple forward as you breathe in. Land in that high plank as you breathe out. Ground the right hand, side plank. As always, you can have that bottom knee down. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can start to lift the left leg up. Heaps of different options for wherever you are. But think about lifting the hips higher. Make sure there's this long straight line through the body. Take one more breath in. Slowly start to step that left foot forward. Extended side angle as you breathe out. So the blade edge of that right foot is in the earth. That left hand is now either to the ground or the inside of that left knee. Long straight line through the right fingertips. Take one more breath out. Reverse warrior. Inhale, stay deep through the legs. Plant your hands. Chaturanga, you can float the left leg. Breathe out. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. So this whole time we want to keep the hands really strong. I want you to think lift up and out. That's when we're in that side plank, when we're in extended side angle. We never want to be dumping and compressing into our joints. We want to be really muscularly engaged. Take a breath out. Ripple forward as you breathe in, nice and slowly. Land in that strong high plank shape. You can drop the knees down if you need to. Left hand ground, side plank, breathe in. Keep pushing the ground away. You have all those options. You can drop the knee down. You can lift the right if you want a little more. You can start to take your gaze up towards that right hand. Take one more breath in. Hips stay high. Slowly start to step that right foot forward. Extended side angle. Now, even though we've had our hands on the ground, don't feel like you need to have the right one all the way down to the earth. You can still be resting it on that right knee. Just make sure you're not dumping into the front of that shoulder. Using it to spin the chest open. That long line all the way through the fingertips. Take one more breath out. Reverse. Breathe in. Hands come down. Chaturanga. Breathe out. Up dog. Pushing the earth away. Down dog as you breathe out. Now we start to flow through. One breath, one movement. Take an exhale together. Start to ripple forward. Breathe in. High plank. Breathe out. Ground the right hand. Side plank in. Just for one breath. Left foot steps forward. Extended side angle. Breathe out. Reverse warrior. Legs stay deep and strong. Plant the hands. Flow through. Upward facing, pushing the ground away. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Start that ripple beginning at the hips. Through the spine. Land in the high plank. Breathe out. Left hand down. Right arm rises. Side plank. Slowly using the whole breath. The right foot steps forward. Extended side angle. Reverse. Breathe in, lengthen through this right side body. Windmill the hands down. Flow through. Breathe out. Up dog. Still really active through the hands and the shoulders. Down dog. Breathe out. We go again. Ripple forward. Nice and controlled. Slowly. High plank on the exhale. Ground right hand. Side plank, breathe in. You can keep the knee down option. Start to step forward. Extended side angle. Reverse, breathe in. Plant the hands down. Flow through. On the up dog. And down. We go again. Ripple. See if you can control this movement through the spine. Land. Breathe out. Side plank on the breath in. Then with control, step that right foot forward. Extended side angle. Reverse. Breathe in. Hands down. Chaturanga. Dog. Downward facing. We're going to go through one more time either side. Remember, those modifications are there if you need them. Take a breath out together. Ripple forward in. Land in that strong shape as you breathe out. Side plank. Inhale. Use the whole breath. Then use the whole exhale to step forward. Extended side angle. As you breathe out. Reverse. Big breath in. Plant the hands. Flow through. Up dog on the breath in. Really strong through the upper half. Downward facing dog one more time on the left. Ripple forward. Land. Ground that left hand. Right arm rises. Foot starts to move forward with control. Extended side angle, breathe out. Reverse warrior, lengthen on the inhale, reach with that right hand. Windmill the hands down. Your Vinyasa flow. Land as you breathe out. Start to drop the knees. Coming into Anahatasana, puppy pose, melting heart pose. Hips are over knees. Hands extend out. Start to drop the chest towards the earth. What we're trying to do here is create a high point with the hips. And a high point with the wrists and the chest can fold to the ground in the middle. And you don't have to be as active as I am through the hands. Just make sure you're not resting your arms on the ground. You want to keep that engagement, keep that open. From here, take one more breath. Start to lift up. Walk the hands in, lay down on your belly. Bring your hands down by your side. Palms facing the earth. Pinky fingers towards your thighs. Come into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Start to lift the head, chest, the shoulders. Squeeze the upper back. Toes rise off the earth. Keep your core engaged, but not so much that you can't breathe. Good. Strengthening through the back line. All of these extensors are engaged to lift you up a little bit more. Just 2 more breaths. Slowly lower down as you breathe out. Now you can take that again. Okay? If you want a little more opening through the front line rather than strengthening through the back, and grab a hold of your ankles. Coming into floor bow. So as you start to lift up, it's the same engagement. Head, chest, shoulders lift, shoulder blades squeeze together. But now you can start to kick the hands, kick the feet into the hands, lifting up. Keep the knees hugging towards each other, keep the shoulder blades hugging, opening through that front line. Now we don't want to crank through the neck. Think about lifting up through the crown. Take one more big breath in. Lower down. As you breathe out, you can wobble your hips side to side. From here, start to take your left arm out at 90 degrees. Your elbows in line with your shoulder. Keep the hand active. You're going to use the right hand to roll up and over, opening up the left side of the chest. I want you to watch something if you can see your screen. This left shoulder blade starts to hug down the back towards the hips. That little bit of engagement is what stops you dumping into the front of that right shoulder. Here for a few breaths. And just one more. Start to roll to the other side. Elbow in line with shoulder. Hand active. You can use the left arm to push up and over. Hug that right shoulder blade down the back. One more round of breath. Back towards center. No fancy transition. Just push up. Find yourself in a seat. Start to bring your right foot out to the side. Sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. First, we start by turning the chest to face that right foot, lift up through the crown of the head, then start to take the chest towards the toes, squaring off as much as we can to this right leg. Yeah, we don't need to round it over through the spine. We want to be long, extending, lengthening through this right hamstring. Just 2 more breaths. Slowly lifting back up. Turn the chest to now face this left knee. The inside of that right leg is going to be met by your right elbow. Use that to spin your chest open. Right arm comes up and over. Trying to create as much space from this left armpit to this left hip crease as you can, while keeping the chest open. Slowly start to come back up. Take that right hand, place it down behind the hips. Flash dance, lift the hips up, reach with that right hand, push up and out of that left shoulder. Keep pushing the hips forward. Take one more big breath in. Slowly come down, switch over sides. First we square off to face the left foot, lifting up first, then folding over as you breathe out. Just towards toes. Take one more full round of breath. See if you can sink a little deeper. Start to lift up. Turn the chest towards that right knee now. Arm to the inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Reaching past that left foot. Slowly come back up. That right hand behind the hips. Lift the hips up, breathe in. One more in. Slowly back down. Start to send your legs out long. Lay down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep the shoulders where they are, keep them heavy. Allow both knees to fall over to the right side. Allow this twist to come from the upper back. Allow your shoulders to now be the anchors. They've been where a lot of our attention is for this class now. They're what's holding you down to the earth. One more round of breath. Start to bring them back towards center. Shoulders stay heavy, knees to the left side. Slowly back towards center. soles of your feet towards each other. Let your knees knock out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just breathing down into your belly. One last final posture before we eventually move towards Shavasana. When you're ready, send your legs out long, your arms down by your side. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath. Extend from your heel to the crown of your head. And then let go. Let go of the physical body, let go of the breath. Feel yourself heavy on your mat. For as long as you need. When you're ready, at your own pace, start to move towards a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart. Acknowledge your practice and that of everyone else. As always, I leave you with what Maharaji left. Ram Das, love everybody, tell the truth. Namaste. Thank you so much, as always, guys, for joining us. Please let us know how you're going with these practices. We love hearing from you. We love seeing your practice setups, especially. Tag us in those on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. See you guys next time.